This is Igbo Viva, the digital heritage community for over 70 million Igbos all over the world. I am Akachukwu Opote Ifeadi, your host. Today, we have Dr. Innocent Ezuma, the Lord Mayor of Arondi Zog, Ancient Kingdom, son of an Anglican pastor, once a devout Christian, but now an Odinana practitioner. We asked Dr. Ezuma what explanation he has for Igbo people who are turned off by the blood sacrifice, sights and smells of Igbo traditional rituals. Please welcome Dr. Ezuma and listen to him. Welcome once more to Igbo Viva. You are with us several episodes. Your father has been a reverend. You are born into Christianity. Today, you are a full-fledged traditionalist.
Traditional man. Traditional Igbo man.
Yes.
I'm going to chamber.
Now, thinking back, looking at the life of your parents, your days in the Christian faith, whatever you saw in Christianity, and what you are seeing now, what is the remarkable one unique thing?
I'll tell you something. I don't think that the Pope believes in God more than myself when I was in Christianity. But because I have an analytical mind, when things happen and happen and happen, I started to ask, why? Where is this my God? Where is this God that is supposed to protect me? In the generation of my fathers and my forefathers, my father was the one that died youngest. And he was the only one who was a priest. And where is this God? Why didn't they help him? Why didn't they save him? My wife died at 44 years. At the time when I'm building houses for churches, buying buses for churches, my wife is a saint. If there's anything that's called saint in this world, she was a living saint. And any human being that knows her will confirm that.
I know her.
You know her?
Yeah.
True or false is what I said?
Amazing woman.
So at 44 years she died. I make sure everything that is correct, I do it. I don't do anything against the law. I don't do anything against nature, against human being. Even though I had opportunities to, do things, the other way, but I said no. Against all temptation. And then when she died at 44 years, and my brother, my most senior brother, was killed by, all these enemies around when they killed my father. And this man is a very, very good man. My senior brother. So this God didn't save my father, couldn't save my senior brother, couldn't save my wife. Why must I continue following this God? Why? And then I started going to Dibia. Before then, I have never gone to any native doctor. Now I went and bring 7. I said, please tell me, what is wrong with this situation? Why is this happening? And they said that I am doing wrong ritual. That all those people are buying cars and building houses, that they are that I'm supposed to come back to my father's place and bring peace and make things good. And I didn't know anything, my left from my right, in what is tradition and what I'm supposed to do. Then I said to them, okay, fine. And the 7 people from Kogi, from Benue, from Imo, from Anambra, from Abia, from different places, these native doctors, none of them knew each other. The alpha gave the same result. I said, well, I'm sorry I made a mistake. And they said to me, if you do not do the right thing, you are going to have more calamities. After the death of my wife, at 44 years. And then I started researching, why is this thing, what's going on, what's happening, why should this thing happen? And then find out that I was actually on the wrong path. I reversed. I don't have anything against Christianity. The people who wants to be there should be there. They can be there. But don't forget your chi. Don't forget your ancestors through your father. Because your father knows his father knows his father, and it continues. Right? So when this force, powerful force, is standing for you, nothing can be against you.
Wow. You have had the testimony of the son of an Anglican pastor who found comfort in the God of his ancestors. In the next clip, Dr. Ezuma explains that declaration is superior to prayer. Most young Igbo men and women who watched our episode with you, they are interested. They want to be guided. What do you want them to do?
It depends on what they want to do. If they want to find peace with themselves, with their chi, with their creator, they have to do the following. 1, make peace and commune with their father. Then make peace with their reincarnator. Their reincarnator is their spiritual creator. There is physical creator and there is spiritual creator. Your father and your reincarnator. Make peace with them. How do you make peace with them? Commune with them. You do not need to pray to them, because prayer is begging, is appealing. You need to commune, communicate. You need to declare what you want, how you want it, and they just get it done. So long as your truth is there, so long as what you are saying is truth and honest, and is your right, is what belongs to you, they will get it done for you.
Okay, fantastic. So what you're saying is that every Igbo child who wants peace with himself, with his neighbors, with his society, will first establish peace with his own father.
Yes, with his own spiritual spark.
Explain it.
Yeah, if your father is alive, you must revere your father. You must honor him. You must listen to him. Even if you feel he's a drunkard, he's the most useless man on earth, he's your father. You can't choose your father. Yes, you have to manage that situation. You have to manage him. You have to adore him. All right? But never to disobey him.
Then you talked about the spiritual.
Yeah, that's your physical father, assuming he's alive. If he's not alive and he's properly buried, given all his rights, and he has entered into the ancestral world, he will be there to work for you. There is no person who dies and just die. When they die, they go and reincarnate. All right? They go to the spiritual world, and from there, come back again to life through reincarnation process. So, that person who reincarnated you is your special spark, is your special lineage. The English people call it your guardian angel. All right? He's your guardian angel who is with you everywhere you are, everywhere you go, wherever you are in the world. They are with you 24/7. So they're the one that guides you. They're the one that tells you what to do and what not to do. That still voice you hear is their voice when they'll tell you, don't do this or do this. If you learn how to walk with them, your life will be good. Everything you want to achieve, you can achieve so long as they are positive.
Okay, so when you are in this frame of mind, how does a normal Igbo child who accepts the ancestral spiritual direction of our forefathers, of our tradition, how does the day begin? How does the day end?
Well, your day begins by bringing nzu, the native chalk, the natural one, that was created by nature. Oji, that was also created by nature. Edo, that is also created by nature. And if you have Edo, fine. If you don't have nzu and oji, and the schnapp, or palm wine, or any white drink, even like vodka, it's fine. Any hot drink that is white in color. Gin is fine, but not colored. You start your day by using nzu to appease them, thank them, appreciate them. That you have slept and woke up, you are fine, your children are fine, your family members are fine, no rough news, no bad news, no issues. And then thank them for the previous days, all the things they've done, and use nzu to do that. The next, you take Edo, if you have Edo, use also Edo. For the female spirits, I would normally like Edo to beautify them and appreciate them. And then use Oji to call upon them. Oji is simply something like a translator that translates your physical language, your human language, to the spiritual language. So you use the Oji. When you are using the Oji, you start opening the back of the Oji. If the Oji is sealed with this outer coating, you are, as you are speaking to it, you are opening it and you're declaring what you are declaring. After appreciating them for the good things they've done, giving you life, giving you health, then you tell them how you want the day to be. Everything you want to do, you hand over to them and ask them, your chi, your father, all the spirits that work with them, with your chis, the water spirit, the spirit of the land, all the energies, spiritual energies. As you're speaking to them, you tell them how you want your day to be. Ask them to guide you, to protect you, to teach you the right things to do, and make you to, live the day to be worthwhile.
Okay.
And that's it. And you break the kola nut, give them your own, eat your own. If your family member is with you, you can share the kola nut, and then take the schnapp. Also declare the same things. Pour to them. That is, it's called pouring libation. And drink your own. And then go about your day.
We are getting deeper into the vital elements of Igbo's spiritual journey. So stay with us as Dr. Innocent Ezuma shares his understanding of the role of Chukwu, your personal chi, and your reincarnator in the practice of Odinana Igbo. Okay, so there seems to be three elements in this. You have some symbolic items that help you in the process. You have your own intentions that you have to declare, not pray for.
Yes. You don't need to pray. You just to declare to the mother nature. You are not praying. You are saying what is right. You are saying what belongs to you. For example, good health belongs to you. Yes. Good life belongs to you. Yes. Happiness is local. It belongs to you. You want to be happy. Okay, so this is what you say. I want to be happy today. I want to be successful today. I want to go out in peace. I want to fulfill the work of my hands today. I want to do good things, and I want to return back home safely. All my children safe. All my brothers, my sisters, my parents, my friends, my well-wishers, my in-laws, everyone that works with me, even my co-workers or your staffs, yeah, declare for them that everything should be well. And so it shall be.
After the declaration, you go into communion, right?
Yeah, then you share the kola nut and eat with everybody. And then the way you pour libation, if you drink, you drink. If you don't drink, it's fine. You can drink water. All right? The bottom line is that when you declare that you want to do good things and you want good things to happen to you, you yourself will not do wrong thing. You're not going to kill somebody. You're not going to steal from somebody. And if you don't kill somebody, nobody will kill you. If somebody wants to kill you, then those spiritual guides that you have already invoked for the day, you have already called upon them, they will take charge and take it away from you. Right? But you yourself must also maintain genuine equity. You don't want to kill, you don't want to steal, you don't want to diminish. All you want to do is prosper nature. And if you prosper nature, the whole of the whole will work towards prospering you. If you want to diminish nature, the whole of the whole will work towards diminishing you, and they shall succeed.
Fantastic. So what you're saying is that the fundamental element of Igbo spirituality is one, honesty of intention. That when you declare, what you declare, those things you say are the things you truly want and the things you want to live by.
You see, there is something that is called a phonog.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. So when you say Ezuma offer, I have offer, I'm holding offer.
Yeah.
Offer means nothing when there is no ogu backing it. If you, for example, if you want to say, I want to go out in safety and come home back safely, you will also say, I'm not going to kill anybody and therefore let nobody kill me. And if you go out and you don't intend to kill anybody that kills you will not, or that plan to kill you, is not going to work for that person. Because that's your intention of not doing harm to another person is the oath you hold for those people or whoever that wants to do you harm. Because you don't intend to do the person, and when the person tends to do to you, it is not going to work. But you must declare it on daily basis, because the Igbo people used to say, "Onye gbachi nkiti, chi agbachi nkiti." If you keep quiet to your chi will keep quiet to you. He doesn't know what you want unless you say it. So you need to speak to them as much as possible, at least minimum one time. If you can do 2 times, you can do 3 times, depending on what situations you find yourself. You go ahead, tell them. And you see those things you speak happening.
Okay, so now this is purely at the personal spiritual level. Mm-hmm. Now, one of the issues of different shrines, different deities, different levels of interaction with the spiritual world.
Yeah, so, when I was growing up, my father was a reverend. So we were taught that God created everything. All right. At my time, when I started inquiring and researching, I found out that indeed there's multiple of gods. The Igbo people said, "Ofunne namu, ofuchi adireke." It then means there's multiple gods. So if you have 5 sons, 5 children, those 5 children have different chiefs, different gods that created them. So you are the physical father, and then different spiritual reincarnators. So it's not one chi that actually created them. It's not one God. Now, if you come on the things of nature, you see there is the God of the land, which is called Ajana. She is responsible for Mother Earth for Ajahn. You have Mami Water, who is the queen of the coast of the ocean, the goddess of the seas, of the waters. And that is different from Ajahn. Then you see Amadioha. He's a god of the thunder. Right? So you see Anyanwunabara. That is the god of the sun. Then you see the god of the animals. The animals have their god, they have their chiefs. The trees have their chiefs. If you come to put these things together, you then ask, how is this chi different from this chi that created everybody? And the truth of the matter is there is no one chi. There is one chi only for one person, or one creator, or one created. So there is chi for you personal, and there is chi for me personal, and there is chi for that animal there, and for that tree, and for that water, and for that land. So when all these chis comes together, it is now called Chiuku, which means the totality of all the chis. Chiuku, not Chuku. Chukwu is a corruption of Chiuku. Chiukwu. Chi and Uku means the totality of all the chis. And that is what the English people call the whole of the whole. And when you say Chukwu, in Igbo land, it is Odinana. Right? Igbo people have been practicing Odinana for millions of years.
I am glad you are still here with us. For in the next clip, Dr. Ezuma will explain the use of carved objects and images in the practice of Odinana Igbo. Okay, so now, if an Igbo child says, but should I carve any semblance? Do the Igbo spiritual practice worship any carved element?
You see, everybody, every man who is a supposedly correct man must have a kenga. He has chi, which is Okposi chi, and the kenga chi. Alright? So the Okposi chi is just a physical resemblance or representative of the chi. Whereas this Ikenga is just a physical resemblance of its Ikenga. They are all spiritual. If I am in America, I want to speak to my chi, right? And to my Ikenga. I don't need this Ukwesi and this one. I just go outside to the open space and call upon them and declare whatever I want to declare, and that's all. And they will follow and deal with that. Now, if I am in my village where I have them, anytime I want to give them food, I will bring the Okposi and the Kengachi. And every sacrifice I'm going to make, I will make it on top of those the Okpesichi and the Kengachi. I mean, that's what the Igbo people do. So the Okpesichi and the Kengachi is not and cannot be the chi in itself or the Kenga. It's just something you put to where to feed them, where to give them food. Just like you build a house and you create a dining table. So when they cook food in your kitchen, instead of giving you and you are sitting in your bed or lying in your bedroom to eat the food, you go to dining table and sit down. There is comfortable chairs and table where you put the food and you dish out and you eat. That is the same thing that Okpesichi and the Kengachi represent. Wherefore you do not have it, it still does not mean that you cannot feed them. If you want to feed them, just carry a birisi leaf. Ogirisi is the plate for all spirits. So any spirit you want to serve, carry Ogirisi, put it on the ground, and make your sacrifice there, and they will accept it.
Okay, so those things are not replacements of any of the spiritual elements.
How can physical thing replace spiritual thing? I believe that the Igbo people who translated those things during the time of coming of religion either did not really understand what it means, or we are just, a little bit of, you can say, treacherous to say what is not the right thing.
There are people who have, in the name of traditional religious practice, injure people. There's this whole talk about wickedness as being part of the daily practice of Igbo spiritual life. What do you have to say to these people?
You see, you know me, you know my history.
Yes.
I lived outside Nigeria more than 20 years. I married a white woman, Ukrainian woman, and when I came back home to build my house in the village, they told me if I start building how they are going to kill me, and they will make my business to go down, and I cannot, rise up again. That there are so many witches and wizards all over their place. I said, let them wait. When I get ready to build, that I like to see all of them. In fact, when I started to build, I get these, local people to go and announce to everybody that I have started to build. Let the witches and wizards come. That time, I was still a very churchous person. So I do midnight, I fast, I think that's how it be. That is not the truth. The truth of the matter is that if you know your chi and you know your incarnator, you know your chi is your father, your spiritual chi is your incarnator. If you are good to them, nothing is going to happen. Just go and do what you want to do. But the most important thing is that you yourself must also keep your hands straight. You must also not undo somebody. Right? You must also not steal that money that you want to go and use to build home. You must also not commit anything negative. Right? And they want to go and build. If you go and you do that, and those people come after you, they may likely capture you. But the truth of the matter is that people, even poison people, even in America, they are poison. Oyibo poison, chemical poison, biological poison. It's there, and it's prevalent everywhere in the world. Most of the food we see that we eat are poison. I mean, it's not natural food. It's not organic, right?
Yeah.
So the poison is there. So somebody can poison you anywhere you are in the world. Yeah? People can use gun and shoot you anywhere you are in the world. So what does that have to do with traditional worship or, recognizing and accepting your ancestral lineage? But the bottom line is that there are DBS, what is called native doctors. They are given the knowledge to know the herbs and the roots that save life. They are also given the knowledge to know the herbs and the roots that kills, that destroys life. So the reason why they are showed those ones is so that you don't use it to treat life, okay? But the wicked human beings can take it, can go and take the wrong one, the bad one they know is bad, and they put it into someone. But if you are standing with your chi, the day they will go and bring it, your chi will knock them inside that bush. They will not come out. Or if they come out, the motor will jam them. Something will happen. You yourself will not even know what's going on. But because you have invited your chi, invoked and communicated with your chi and declared that you want peaceful living that day, right? So that they should take care, guide and guard you. They will guide and guide you. They are in the spirit, they are everywhere. So wherever you are, where somebody wants to go and do you harm, they will rise up and go and take away that thing.
Okay, so fundamentally, the Igbo spiritual principle clearly recognizes that there is good and there is evil. And it is not exceptional.
Yes, everywhere.
There's the energies that God has put into the
Yes.
world. The advice you're giving to our audience is stay with the positive energy.
That's the winner.
Yeah.
All the time.
Because that is what our forefathers want you to do.
Yes, and this is what they did.
And that's what they did.
Yes, my great-great-grandfather here lived, as we were able to count, more than 140 years.
Wow.
At the time, there is no school, there is no hospital, there is no medical centers. And he's such a wealthy man. He was actually a native doctor. He was a priest king. Right? How did they manage their life? That they lived that long, and he was doing everything for himself. The day he wants to depart, he called everybody and told them that, well, that he has to enter into his rest. So he knows. They commune with nature directly. Let me tell you, your spiritual relationship with your chi and with your reincarnator benefits you personally, not them. All right? So if you are in good relationship with them, you are communing with them, they will be showing you things. They will be taking you away from many things. They also make you to just do the right thing. And when you do the right things happen to you. Nature brings right things to you. When you do wrong things, nature brings wrong things to happen to you. It's as simple as that. Don't mind any human being who tell you that you can reap where you did not sow. That's madness in the highest order. If you plant cassava, can you go and harvest cocoyam? If you have planted cassava,
It's cassava you
go and harvest cassava. You can't harvest cocoyam. If you plant orange, can you go and pluck pear, avocado pear, or plug apple from orange tree? So if you did not plant anything, what can you reap from?
We are approaching the climax of this conversation with Dr. Ezuma. Now you must stay with us and hear him state clearly that a person who seeks favor or protection from the land of the spirits must obey the sacred laws of the land of the living. An Igbo child begins his day. Kola nut, Uzu, Edo, white drink. He calls upon his father, his chi, his ancestors, and the spiritual forces.
His father is his ancestor.
Okay.
His father is his ancestor that he knows. So when he calls upon his father, he will tell his father to call his father to call his father, to call all of them, their brothers and their sisters. Right? Based on the clan they come from. If they hold autopsy, they know what autopsy is. If they don't know, they say Akajiofo, Akajialo.
Is there any other exceptional thing?
Nothing is as simple as that. When once you do, this is the minimal thing you have to do. Then they will be directing you on other things you have to do. They will direct you on how to live your life. They will direct you your step day by day. You ask them to come and direct you. You ask them to come and teach you, to come and show you. Right? They will be teaching you. When you are sitting with a bad person, they will tell you this person is a bad person. Don't do anything with this person. They will tell you quietly. Even if this person is proposing billions for you, they will tell you don't agree. This one is not correct business. Now, if you don't listen, they never force you. They just tell you mildly, softly. Then you go and do it. At the end of the day, you see. So they are there to guide and guide you. They're there to protect you. They're there to empower you. They're there to give you everything that nature has made available for you. They cannot give you what belongs to another person. They will give you what belongs to you. Everybody that is born on this earth has spiritual wealth.
Everyone born on this earth.
Everyone that is born on this earth has spiritual wealth. Some people are poor to the extent that a family of 20 men and women, able-bodied, young, cannot generate 1 million naira. They depleted their spiritual wealth by doing the wrong things. So, but if you keep with your chi, with your father, your incarnator, and you are following everything, the natural laws, and you are keeping them, everything that belongs to you from nature will come to you.
So essentially, the fundamental thing you are telling our audience is that Igbo spirituality is plain, it's simple, it is straight.
Very, very straightforward. It is obeying the law of the land, the law and rules of nature. Don't kill, don't steal, no swallow.
Okay, any of the things that...
Any of the things that is in swallow, just don't do it. All right? Go your way. Don't plan evil for a fellow man. Do good for people where you can. Right? Be honest. Have honor and integrity. Have credibility. When you say a word, if it is yes, your yes is your yes, that you verify, that is based on facts. If it is no, your no is your no, that you verified and based on facts. If this parcel of land belongs to my father, all right, and your father wants to come and take it, I'll tell your father, even though I'm a small boy, Daddy, this land doesn't belong for you, don't take it. Right? If this land does not belong to my father, and my father is dragging you with your father, I'll talk to my father, look at him in the eyes and say, Father, this is not your land. Please leave it. It's as simple as that.
Fantastic. This talk that Igbo worship idols. What will be your comment on that?
Well, I really don't know who brought such things. I think that those people are completely ignorant of what Igbo spirituality is all about. Where is the idol? Where is the idol that Igbo spirituality worship? Where is it? What is the idol in it? That you revere your father is idol? That you revere to your chi? You commune with your chi? You demand your chi to do what your chi is supposed to do from you? Where is the idol? What do they call idol in Igbo spirituality? I think the people who did that are just made to deceive. People who are uninformed. I don't think that they're serious or they know what they're talking about.
What is the important role of sacrifice in all this matter of Igbo spirituality? People will kill chicken, people will kill goat, people will kill fowl, people will kill cow. Why do they do that?
Okay, so you can also ask, why do people eat? You've taken breakfast today, and maybe also lunch. Why do you have to eat?
And the sumptuous one for that matter.
So, if you have to eat, you also have to understand one very key and important thing. The spirit people are so hungry, they also want to eat. The people in spirit. And what they eat is blood. So when you sacrifice, call the spirit, you are calling, you want to give that chicken or bull or ram, whatever you want to give. Call the spirit and say, come, I'm giving you All right? You kill and just put the blood in ogirisi. And that's it. You go and roast the chicken or the meat and eat. You eat meat, they eat blood. When you die, you go to spirit world. If the people who live here do not do that thing, you will also be going to Osa. You know what is Osa?
Tell me.
Osa is when I'm sacrificing to my father. Your father go come the beg. I beg, give me even if it's small one. Crumbs. Asking for crumbs. And you have money. Your chi, your ancestors has made you to have money. And you can buy all these things, but because someone tell you it's wrong, it's not good, don't do it. It's fetish, it's this and that. You don't do it. One day when they just depart from you, everything that you have, they have helped you to earn will just disappear. Just put wings and disappear. And that is the truth.
So, sacrifice of animal, blood is a way of maintaining that communion with the spirits.
Yes, absolutely. It's appreciating them and in return giving them food. If you feed a good dibia, if a dibia do something for you, heal or do something well, and you feed the dibia very well, next time the dibia will enter into evil forest to look for correct herbs and roots to make a medicine for you that will keep you healthy and alive. Right? Yes. So if you sacrifice to them, if you cannot kill, fine, no problem. You ask someone who can do that to do that. I understand that some people are animal friendly, this, that. Some of them can't even see where they are killing animal, but they eat it. They chop chicken, meat, all those things. Some don't even eat at all. So those people who do not eat, still they will not tell their chi that because I don't eat, I will not give you. They will tell somebody to do on their behalf. But it is a worthy and correct thing to do. I cannot feed your chi.
Yeah.
Your chi doesn't know me. All right? You cannot feed my chi. All right? But if you tell me, please come and help me to feed my chi, I will stay with you and we'll do it together. Or I can do it in absentia for you. Same thing, but you have to give me that authority. I cannot just come and knock, come and let me sacrifice so you know. Unless you give me that authority to do it. What I've been saying, return back to your roots. Follow the ways of your forefathers. Go to church if you want, but don't be a fool sitting in the church. Do the right thing. That's it.
Cabinet chamber.
Hello, Mayor. Father.
The key takeaways. This episode with Dr. Ezuma has the following takeaways. 1. Dr. Ezuma insists that personal peace begins when an Igbo individual, under the guidance of his or her incarnator, achieves spiritual harmony with his or her father and his or her chi. In the Igbo worldview, your father is your first physical connection to creation, and your reincarnator is your spiritual spark. Without the alignment with both, spiritual stability becomes difficult, if not non-existent. 2. For Dr. Ezuma, Ndị Igbo do not and should not pray, since prayer is begging. A true Igbo child declares, for declaration is asserting what is rightfully yours. He insists that the spirit world responds to truth, honesty, and entitlement obtained through obedience to natural laws. Spirituality is responsibility. It is not helpless or beggarly dependence. Divinity will never deny you what is yours or give you what is not yours, no matter how long you beg or pray, in whatever name you do so. Third, Dr. Ezuma repeatedly emphasizes that spiritual protection is connected to moral discipline. Don't steal, don't kill, don't plan evil. The good life is presented as a contract with nature. When you align with nature, nature aligns with you. Spirituality without integrity is empty and powerless. 4. When Igbo make sacrifices, they establish communion with the spirit world through the act of feeding and sharing with the spirit what is yours, not what is stolen by you. He explains that sacrificing is feeding the spirit world and can never be an evil or demonic act. The spirit, he insists, eats blood, while the humans eat the meat. For sacrifice maintains spiritual relationships. He warns that abandoning ancestral communion completely can lead to spiritual depletion and loss. Here in Igbo Viva, we believe that there is a great value in Odinana Igbo and a corresponding great value in Christianity. Both systems advocate high moral and spiritual values. Now, go to the comment section, give your opinions, and send questions on how Igbo can restore and deepen our spiritual heritage while maximizing our Christian values. Never forget to call upon the millions of Igbos worldwide to come and drink from this fountain of Igbo wisdom. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's go to 100,000 views a month and 10,000 subscribers.